Great. So, good morning, everybody. To introduce my company, we provide a broad technology portfolio with more than 15 years' experience in the fields of metamaterial science, holographic and diffractive optics, electromagnetic technology, and digital imaging. Now, in this talk, what I'd like to do is explain about how we've developed a series of platform technologies. And in fact, I'm going to touch on 3 of those platforms today. And these come together to create a range of metamaterial-driven products. And in terms of those product examples, I've got 4 examples today in different areas of technology, from telecommunications through to augmented reality, to demonstrate the power of metamaterials and how they impact new product development. I won't comment on this slide other than it says its purpose for my attorney. Next slide is that in delivering this sort of previously unachievable performance in some of the metamaterial applications that we're developing, these highly functional materials and intelligent surfaces really having a big impact on the applications, which I'll come on to explain a little bit. And in terms of that, we're not only developing the underlying application of the metamaterials, but also critically around that, the manufacturing technology to deliver it. And I'll come on to explain a little bit of detail about one of our platforms, Nanoweb, which is now at full roll-to-roll capability for Nanoimprint technology. We have a worldwide presence. We have 2 facilities over 200,000 square feet now, both in Thurso in Canada and Nova Scotia in Canada. And in addition to that, we have 50,000 square feet facility in Pleasanton, California, from where I'm from. We have many different projects with many different applications, as I mentioned earlier. And in terms of those, we work very closely with application engineers and new product managers to really help navigate their ideas and notions with regard to their product range and how metamaterials can impact that. So we have a kind of fully vertical, full service capability in that respect. Doing more with less is always a critical theme for everybody, and previous speakers have touched on that. I think that many of the existing technologies, to a certain extent, capacity, and one of the greatest things about working with metamaterials is we have this opportunity to truly deliver more measurable performance in doing more with less, and we're certainly very excited about that. We're spending a lot of time and energy with regard to sustainability with respect to how we can engineer out harmful processes, excessive use of water, and various other critical aspects there. And if it's improving reflectivity of 5G signals, which I'll come on to talk about, so that we don't have to build more towers, there's many respects we can impact sustainability and efficiency using metamaterials. So these are metamaterials complex structures that are engineered into metals and plastics and various other things. And in terms of highlighting that, in just 2 of our platforms, Nanoweb and AR Fusion, I'd like to focus on those 2, but there are others within our company which I could equally talk about. And in terms of those, it's credible that people are commenting now on metamaterial science as having, whether it's for electronic device makers and automotive OEMs, that there could be major disruptions in certain aspects of these applications through the use and employment of metamaterials. We're only just starting to see the beginning of that in that respect. So the first metamaterial platform I'd like to introduce is what we call Nanoweb. And in terms of this platform, it's largely constructed around metal mesh technology. Now, various sorts of alternatives to ITO have existed for a long time, whether it's silver nanowires, mesh technologies like ours. What's critical about our technology is that we're making meshes that are down in the nanometer region. And with regard to that,